Good evening, everyone. I'm Snigdha Avasti. I'm a third year law student from ILS Law College, Pune. I've always had a great interest in IP law since my previous graduation, which was in mass media. And hence, to broaden my knowledge base, I decided to do a course on IP protection and its valuation and commercialization from FICCI. And after successfully completing the said course, landed up with an internship opportunity with FICCI IPI division under the guidance of Mr. Divyesh Srivastava sir, who is a research associate at FICCI. It was indeed a great experience working with him. I admired how he never treated us like students but like actual colleagues having a common goal for the organization and left no scope for any kind of communication gap or doubts regarding the tasks and also how he felt it was important for us to put forward our points and give our opinions regarding any ongoing discussion on any topic purely based on logic. And during my internship in the month of November, we worked on various projects like briefing and summarization of various important judgments, curating content for the FICCI's newsletter for the month of November, brief up key points of a webinar, and etc. My key takeaway from this internship would be the importance of teamwork, as almost all the tasks that were assigned to me were team tasks. So, no matter how lengthy or complicated a task was, it was supposed to be done with my other co interns. So, it was necessary for the task to be divided equally, so it's just for all, and then to compile it as one complete assignment on submission. So overall, it was very informative and a very indulging experience for me at FICCI, and I would absolutely love to work with them again if given the opportunity. So one of the projects that we were assigned was of finding key developments in various IP sectors in India since independence, like patents, trademarks, copyright, and GI. GI as in geographical indications. In today's presentation, I would like to talk on evolution of GI law in India in brief. As a part of its strict obligation to harmonize its IP laws with international standards, the Indian Parliament passed the GI of Goods Registration and Protection Act, hereinafter referred to as GI Act, in December 1999, so as to afford legal protection to GIs in India. India has put in place a sui generis system of protection of GI with enactment of a law exclusively dealing with protection of GIs. The legislations which deal with protection of GIs in India are the Geographical Indications of Goods Registration and Protection Act of 1999 and Geographical Indications of Goods Registration and Protection Rules of 2002. That is the GI rules. Under the purview of GI Act, which came into force along with the GI rules with effect from 15th November 2003, the central government has established the GI registry with all India jurisdiction at Chennai, where right holders can register their GIs. Unlike the TRIPS, the GI Act of India does not restrict itself to wines and spirits. Rather, it has been left to the discretion of the central government to decide which product should be accorded higher legal status and a higher level of protection. This approach has deliberately been taken by the drafters of the Indian Act with the aim of providing stringent protection as guaranteed under the TRIPS agreement to GI of Indian origin. However, other WTO members are not obligated to ensure Article 23 type protection to all Indian GIs, thereby leaving room for their misappropriation in the international arena. GI registration is not compulsory in India. An effective protection of GI was of considerable importance for a country like India, which was richly endowed with natural and agricultural products and which already had in its possession renowned geographical names such as Darjeeling tea, Alfonso's mango, Basmati rice, and etc. There was no separate legislation on GIs until the enactment of the Geographical Indications of Goods Registration and Protection Act of 1999 and the GI rules. GI are typically used for agricultural products, foodstuffs, wine and spirit drinks, handicrafts, and industrial products. The data on registration of GI in India is maintained for each financial year. In the first financial year of 2004, only Darjeeling tea, Aranmulla mirror, and Ponchampalli ikat, which is a kind of sari, were registered under the Act, and hence it was commenced by the advent of Darjeeling tea. The GI registry has a total of 361 GIs registered in India as of now, some of which are well-known GIs as Darjeeling tea, Ponchampalli ikat, Chanderi handloom, Basmati rice, Alfonso mangoes, Chanderi saris, Kanchivaram saris, Kashmiri Pashmina shawls, Mysore agarbattis, and Feni liquor from Goa. Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry in June 2019 released a notification stating the guidelines of the common GI logo and tagline on all GIs of India. The logo consists of a G and an I bearing the three colors of the Indian flag. The tagline in English is Invaluable Treasures of Incredible India, along with the same in Hindi. So this is where I would like to conclude my presentation. Thank you for hearing me out.